Mm, 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 mm. Junubin gana gogo move bude kamo. Heba, little. Yo, boys, what's good, man? How you guys doing? Oh my goodness, we started the stream very late today, just like yesterday. That's crazy. We need to be more time. We need to be mindful of the time. All right, hold on. It's day 7. Oh my God, it's been 7 days already. So 1 week of a grind. Yeah, man. It's been like it's crazy. I've been like up and down these days, but we had exams today actually, and it went very, very nice. It was good. It was very, very good. So just copy this, and I think that is it. We just paste this. Uh, all right. We're probably good. Yo, what's good? What's good, my boy? FBI. Wait, your name is Edward. Why you FBI? Huh? Okay, so today we are going to start. We're going to start all the way from like the GitHub issues that we pointed out yesterday, the issues that we needed to fix. So we really need to fix those issues. Edward, the FBI guy. Okay, I hear you. I hear you, my guy. All right, so we have 3 issues that we need to fix. Speaking of the issues, the forbidden issue, yeah. First, we need to fix user getting logged in whether or not they have the JWT token in the request header. I don't know why that is like possible, but it is something we need to look at or look into. So first, I need to close all these tabs, bro, because these tabs are just they're confusing me. Like our code base is growing like immensely, to the point where we don't even know which is what. Okay, I think we should start with the hold on, what's the issue? User getting logged in, whether or not they have the JWT token in the request header. So I'm just gonna start with testing that issue and making sure it is gonna be fixed. So I'm gonna just close all these tabs. Matter of fact, 7 override. I don't know, bruh. Let's just 7 override. That's fine. So we can start with the. Let's go here and just run this. Yeah. How have you been, bro? How have you been? How's your day? You didn't tell me, bro. All right. Cool. So now that we have the application running, we should go ahead and now test it out. And first, before we even test anything out, I need to look at the user service. Let's go to the auth and the actual auth service. Let's look at how the user is getting registered. We are first looking, okay, registering a user. This is the behavior that we need. How about now logging in a user? Let's see what's happening. So we are getting this authentication manager dot authenticate, and we are authenticating a new user. We are passing in this, and we are saying we first look for that user if that user exists, or else we just throw. So we are not really having, we are not making any checks to see if the user is logged in or not. Hold on. What checks are we supposed to make? Hold on. Mm, it's been good, man. I do have a lot of unfinished work though. Okay. Well, wait, did you tell me you're doing an internship? No, you wasn't the one. Somebody else told me they're doing an internship. Okay. um, Unfinished work is just something very common, bro. It's crazy. The exam was hard though. Like I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. The exam was hard, but I just did my best. So, looking at this problem, how can we test the entire flow? Should we open this custom user detail service to see what's going on? Okay, here we are saying return new, but what the hell is this? user something something. Return new user details dot user. I'm just gonna say return new user details. All right. What's going on? Why did you just bring this though? I don't want this. I don't want any of these things. I don't need these ones. Right? Hold on. What's going on here? Implement user detail service. Bro. Hold on. Let's just take this back. Um okay, this is Spring user details dot user. So it means we're implementing the user detail service. Then we need the user details. I don't know, bro. Let's say private uh final user details user details. Not really. Why is this one like why is this like security something? I think there's something wrong with this code. Let's just ask ChatGPT like um is there, I guess there is an issue here. I don't know if we can like what was the exam again? I forgot. It was like FAT, final assessment test for some exams that we did the other week. It was on software project management, which is crazy because I don't even like put that in practice. Software project management. I don't really put that in practice. So uh it is what it is, bro. You're using Lombok non-null on overridden interface. So what's going on? The conflict with Spring security and nullability annotations, suggestions if your project also uses this. That's not the problem that I'm trying to look at. Hmm, that's not the problem. Also, note another architectural issue. We have role user. Okay, a better long-term approach is to say user that get roles the stream map role to the simple granted this or whatever, or even the simplest way is to just use this. And I think we are gonna stick with this for now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just remove this. Let's see. We need to say user.getRoles.map. Wait. So how will this one be? Let's just say okay, correct the code. And also y org dot string and I think dot something dot user details. All right, so this is why you see this. The confusion usually happens when you also have your own entity named. So this is like I said correct the code and this guy just sometimes AI is dull. Okay, correct the code. Damn. Correct the code, bruh. Like what? You giving me the same old wrong code again. If you have roles here, use the entity replace. Oh god, AI, bro. AI is a complete joke. AI is a joke. Let's be honest. What the hell? What the hell? Like it just keeps giving me the car the oh god. Fix everything and remove the org dot whatever. Just use the details. Let's see. Let's see if it will understand what I'm trying to say. But this prompt is very vague though, but oh, come on, bro. All right. So it should actually just be user details or build it. Yes. So we need to just build it and we pass this into that. But this is how the most important fixes that is we need to build it. Okay. How about we pass in our user model as well so that it can at least have enough context? I don't think. I don't think. So let's just copy this service and let's just go here and just paste this service. All right, we need to import this guaranteed whatever guaranteed. Wait, dot builder. I think there's no dot builder here. Dot, yeah, yeah, bro. Mm-mm, mm-mm. User details doesn't have dot builder. So what's going on? Implementation directly in Spring. So okay, new dot builder. No, user details doesn't have dot builder. Dot builder. Bro, AI is really just going. It's just getting its own stuff at this point. Okay, let's see. Holy cow. We have user. Where are we getting the user from? Think code ML, prompt engineering? No. In other words, prompt engineering is what it is. Vibe coding, right? No, not really, not. Uh, okay, we want to get user up users because the user repository that they look for the user. And we're gonna grab the user dot builder and then we just build this with the authorities. I don't know. User dot builder. I don't know why is like deciding to use that, but it is what it is. So I wanna get rid of all of this, right? We're gonna say user import that user is equals to user repository dot find. Why does it look ugly like this? Oh, dot find. I just want to remove this gap, okay, and also this gap. Um, yeah, everything looks funny, bro. Sometimes AI has its own ways of like setting stuff. Okay, so now that we have this, we check for the user if the user exists by the email, or else we throw user not found. Then we just pass in the email, and we add this as a list for the roles, and we just say new instead of new, we just say return user, and it's just saying user dot builder. Hmm. Bro, come on, bro. Miss me with this BS, bro. Let's just use let's continue with Claude. Yeah, let's just continue with Claude, bro. I feel like ChatGPT is throwing a tantrum at this point. Try explaining the issue to it instead of telling it to find out what the issue is. All right, I've just given up on ChatGPT. Let's just go back to Claude and ask that very question. Let's say, where's our auth service? This is our current auth service. So we want to make sure, like, let's say, um, this code has some issues. Would you see them? And also, um, correct, yeah, correcting and make it cleaner. All right, let's just see what it's gonna do to that code. Yeah, I try to keep my prompts like very, very human friendly because I don't want to just go the extra mile to add like crazy readmes and all of that. No. So looking at your code, I can spot a few issues. We have return. This should be returned. Why is it returning user details? And why do we have to do this? Why can't it just be up here? All right. So the same thing that AI gave us. was that we need to actually import user details. What if we just import user details though? So return user details dot user dot builder. Okay, I'm just gonna copy this and then see if it will work here. Oh my goodness. All right. Um, Matter of fact, let me just can I delete everything here and then just press this? Then just let's set the package name, import this. Let's see. Systematic thinking seems like the problem. What do you mean by system? Bro, you speaking in tongues, bro. Speak English, dog. Okay, look. User details, import class, user details, import. Okay. So let's get the authorities. Let's get just the list. All right, Java util. And we don't have this method user.get name or whatever. We don't really have role, so I think we're just gonna keep it like this for now. We're just gonna keep it like this. We don't have any role, which is nice. So it is working as you can see on first try. But my issue wasn't with this. My issue is that we do not have user details. So I think user details. User details. I do not want this. Look, I'm just gonna say I do not want this to be the package. We don't need the whole package here. Say I don't need the package here. Should be on top, not inside the class. Not inside the method. Okay, let's see if it's going to work. Sometimes AI can just get on your nerves. You're right. Since both user classes share the same, shouldn't the fixes to just okay, the alias. Now what's going on here? Wait, Java doesn't support import aliases. The clean solutions use the full path only for your custom entity. So what's the fix now? What's the fix? We have user details, yes, and user details, user details. This is what I wanted, bro. It's literally what I wanted. And then we use this hold on. Java has no import aliases. One of the two user classes must use its full qualified name. It is cleaner to put the full path on the variable type rather than inside the builder. All right, bro. It is fine. We're just gonna stick with this method and just call it a day. Matter of fact, we don't need any role. And I think our first method was fine, right? I think our first method was fine before we made any changes. I think our first method was fine before we made the changes. And here we are with this problem. Not annotated method. I feel like all these problems contribute to like us not having the logged in user. So I'm going to say, why do we have this right here? I'm just going to drop this. And let's see what is going to come up with. The warning means Spring Load is annotated with none in the interface, so you override none on this, even on the string. Okay, I think that is fine though. If we just annotate this with not null, just only this, it is also gonna require us to add these two. So I think we just have to annotate the entire method. Yeah, bro. For some reason we don't even have authority, so I don't know why we have this. Oh God, bro. Mm-mm. Our first method was like definitely fine. I'm just gonna go back to our first method before we did all of this BS. So we just wasted our tokens. We clearly just wasted our tokens doing a bunch of nothing. How can we go back? Hold on. How can we revert all the changes that we made? Okay, this is it. This was like the one that we had issues with. So this is fine actually. I feel like this is fine with me. Role user, this is fine. Oh, what do you guys think? Should we leave it as this? I'm thinking I should leave it, bro. Oh goodness, 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 goodness. Okay, let's leave all these errors and just try to test everything out. Let's go to register. We are okay, email already exists. So that means the user is already in our database, which is nice. But I'm gonna go ahead and just nuke the database. Bro, the creative freedom you get when you're using Docker or just like when you are in dev mode, it's just the best, bro. Because you cannot do this in production, just nuke the entire database. It's crazy. So I'm gonna stop this and rerun the entire thing again. Hi boys. Go ahead and just like the live if you're enjoying. Goddamn, join the Discord if you want to. We are back today again, just grinding our way through unemployment, trying to make some online internet money. Wait, online internet money. Online is internet. So I'm just gonna say internet money. And the goal is $5,000. I don't know how we are gonna do it or what we are, I don't know what we're gonna do to get that money, but all I know is we shall get that money. So let's keep going. Today, let's go ahead and just create this user. Now we have a token and we have an email. So this is good. It's actually following the entire thing that we put here. It's following this. We first check if the user exists by email, then we throw this resource conflict, which is 409, and email already exists. Otherwise, we create a new user object and we set every user email to that email that's coming from the DTO, and the password, we first make sure we encode the password and we pass the password as the one that's coming from the user. And after that, we save the user in our database. Then we generate the token, JWT token, and then we return new auth DTO. We return our token and our email. Now, this is fine, but I just wanted to ask, is this okay for us to generate the token twice, both on registering and on login? Because won't it create conflict later on when we want to like use that JWT token? For example, we want the JWT token to be for the logged in user to provide the JWT token to us when trying to create the API key. So now it's like if we use the JWT token that is coming from the user that's registered, but not a logged in user, is it not really going to conflict? That's a question that I want to ask. And I think you guys already understand what we got cooking today. Yo, Sadi, my boy, Adi, my brother, was good, man. Hey, bro, today you are too late, bro. Where you at from? Like, man, I had exams, bro. Like, school was very hectic, bro. But we're good now, so we're good now. We about to start grinding as early as 4 p.m., maybe 3 p.m., 3:30 p.m. my time every single day. But today and yesterday, let's leave it as exception. It happens, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It happens. It happens. We human, man. Right. As you can see, we're rocking the same outfit. For some reason, I like this cloth, bro. You got some holes on it. And these holes are like very um perforated, meaning they are aerated, meaning they give me enough air. Right? And I got my fan over here. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is like my favorite fan. If you're a programmer, bro, you need to grab one of these. This is like, matter of fact, I to show you that I removed the entire, like I used to have another extras like part covering it, but for some reason, it started stressing me. Like it just started having some screeching noise that was just making me get annoyed. So I removed it in the entire. Right now, if I put my finger, it'll chop off my finger, bro. I gotta be careful with it. You do have one. The fun is a fan of yours. The fun is a fan of yours is crazy. You also have one. That's which one? What type do you have? You have the automatic one. I need to get like maybe the mini AC. And then I don't, because the fan noise is crazy. I don't want to be hearing this like booming noise and shit. It's not too loud, but still you can notice it. So let's say, is it okay to have token on register and login, and also while creating the API key, user has to provide AWT token in the header. Should it be the one for register or login? I am a man of finance and known as paper. My brother. I like you guys, man. You guys are fun, bro. Like y'all are my real friends, bro. I don't have no real friends in real life, so I have y'all are my real friends. You know me? But let's see. Your code is fine. Returning a token on both register and login is actually the best practice. It gives the user a seamless experience without forcing them to log in right after the registering. Now, to your second question, which token should the client send? Both tokens work the same way since they are generated with the same JWT token. Oh, generate token. The flow is register, receive token, use it immediately. Login, receive token, use it immediately. Now I get a point. So the client just stores whichever token they have received and sends it in every subsequent request header. So one issue I do notice in your code though, login response DTO is the wrong name. A DTO coming into a login endpoint is a request, not a response. So wow. Wow. Hold on. Wait. Misleading name. A DTO coming into a login endpoint is a request, not a response. Okay, let's go back and see. We have login response DTO. We have register request DTO. So that means we are the ones providing the login information. So it should be request, not response. That is true. Damn, I didn't notice that. Let's go to our entities, our DTOs, and let's look at login. It's actually a login request, not login response. So let's just say login. It be these minute details that are like you just overlook, but in general, there are things that are like very important, and you need to like be serious. If somebody's just going through your code, they're gonna be like, response, okay. So that means response is what we're returning to the user, like the auth response DTO. We get it. So, token you're doing. What type of token? JWT, bro. Same situation, bro. Almost no real life friends. Yeah, man. It's nice though. Like at the end of the day, here's the thing, bro. One thing about having like unnecessary friends is like you get into unnecessary BS. Like sometimes it be friends that disappoint you, it be friends that are like envious, it be friends that actually just hate on you and they don't even tell you that it be friends that talk behind your back. It be friends that just it's like, bro, the negatives, like, bro, the negatives are just overpowering the positives. The positives could just be somebody to talk to, whatever. But like, come on, bro. No, it's better to have online friends than just some real life friends that are weirdos. But it's cool to have some, one, two friends that are like real. But I really doubt if they exist these days. For sure, they don't. I highly doubt. I don't trust nobody, dog. Let's just keep going, bro. All right. Let's have a look at what we're gonna be cooking with today. All right. Also, in your register request, you are not setting the user's name on any other fields. If hold on. Also, in your register method, you are not setting the user's name or any other fields in your user entity has them. Just something to keep in mind, depending on the request contains. I think the request contains this, right? For some reason, AI has no context of what we did yesterday, I think, right? This is how our this how our requests Looks like. I think AI has no idea. Yeah, you're right, man. Like, sometimes the solution for the problem is for the problem not to even exist. Facts. Only has email, which is perfectly fine for minimal OCC, but a few things worth considering. Validation is missing, and you should add not blank and add email constraints, so bad data is rejected before it even hits your service. All right, yeah, these validations are fine, and then we can add valid in the request body, and that's fine. Okay, I think that's all. Well, I think there's nothing else we really need to add. Even validation. Now, I'm just gonna create a new email. Not new email, but new branch today. And it's just gonna be I'm just gonna say fix issues, right? I'm just gonna say fix issues. Yeah, fix issues. That's a very bad, that's a very terrible name. And hold on, we made some changes. I think we made some changes, but we did not add them to the staging area, right? It don't matter anyways. Let's go here and just put this at not null constraint, and we're just gonna say the name is required. I think it's the same here. Okay, email should actually be not blank, and then email is required, and the type should be email, and the message should be email invalid email format. And the same applies to this. We just have to increase annotated with the size instead. So let's just go here and change this to not blank, and with the message is equals to that, and we're just gonna say invalid email is required. Email is required, and we are going to have not, I think we have not blank, and the first one should just be the type email. Okay, and we are gonna have a message, and it's gonna be invalid email format. I think that is fine. We can just copy these two annotations as well and just paste them on here. This is just gonna be, we need password is required. Password is required, and then we just gonna change this to add size, and this will be password should be at least 8 characters, and that's it. So that is good for now. And within the request, let's just go back to the old service. We have, I mean, the controller actually, not the service. Let's go to the auth controller, and within every request and login, we're gonna annotate this with at valid, which is validation, and here as well at valid. And I think that's all, right? I think that's all. But we need to actually go and add validations. Let me take this and just copy them, paste it into the login. And yeah, there you go. You said, shouldn't there technically be an upper limit for the number of password characters? Shouldn't there technically be? Okay. Upper limit, what's your point of upper limit? You mean the characters should, I'm just going, okay, not upper limit. It should just be lower limit. Because if we put an upper limit, some people would want their passwords to be just long. Like some people really just like to type out their entire like or their bloodline names as passwords. So I don't want, not I don't want, but we don't want to just constrain them into that. But it should be at least 8 characters and above. That's just like the simplest way to put it, not complicated. But you can make it as complex as you want, and we could put maybe an upper limit of maybe 32 characters max, something like that. That's a good idea too. That's a good idea too, for real. I've never really used any website where they limit my password length. If anything, they want you to use long passwords. I mean, a person shouldn't be able to have a 1000 character long password, I assume, lol, unless you use variable size field in your DB. Hmm. I mean, by default, all like by default Postgres. It's not just Postgres. I think it's Postgres. Yeah. By default, it is 255 characters. Hold on, what am I doing? By default, is 255 characters by default. So anything above this won't be stored as a string. So that is already handled for us. We don't have to really do too much there. And 255 is really like a good range for the number of characters that we are supporting. So yeah, it is inbuilt by default, really. Um, it depends on the database that you're using. I think MongoDB accepts more, but Postgres just accepts that. Anything other than that, it won't be a string. You have to use, I think, big text or something like that. Um, yeah. So I think you get a point, my boy. Mm, what else? Let's see. Let's see. I think now we are good, but we already have some users in our database, so we need to go ahead and goddamn nuke our database. This is like the fun part. I love it when we just nuke the database and just delete everything. That's nice. So let's go ahead and just this, because I do not have time to go and delete the user, create it again, and no, just nuke the database, boy. This should be a word that we should trademark, man. Nuke the database. I like that. I like that. So let's go ahead and create a new user now. And matter of fact, let's try to test if that works, if all the constraints that we put in place work. Let's remove this at email from this email. That really makes it an invalid email. Now let's send this and see if we're gonna get an issue. Yes, we are getting bad requests. And notice how we have validation failed. We have an issue in the path that is correct, registering, and the status code is 400, correct, and the error message is invalid email format. That's the same error message that we put. So most definitely everything works. Now let's put the email. Let's make the email fine, all right? But this time let's try to put the password as like something like just one character and see what's gonna happen. Boom. Yo, it is created. How the hell is it working? Jesus is Lord. What? How the hell is that possible? One characters. What the hell? Oh, okay. It's actually partly my fault, right? Let's just go back here. It's my fault. We just put the message and we didn't put like the lower bound. I mean, the lower limit, which is we need the size. I think we need to say minimum is equals to 8 characters, and then we continue from here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and nuke our database, dog. Like that was so stupid of us. Okay, let's go and test it. This time it's gonna fail. Oh, okay, our stuff is not running. But you should allow it in production. It's fun. Wait, what? Nuking the database? What's fun, bro? You want me? Hello, you're not serious, bro. You're not serious. All right, let's go. Boom. How is what? What? Uh, di- is everything okay? Oh, this. Oh, okay. We are making the changes in the login request DTO. What the hell is going on with my brain, bro? Wake up, bro. God damn it. Hey man, that slap hurts, man. It really hurt. It really hurt. Damn. Okay, let's say Docker, let's remove that. And I'm gonna go ahead and change the register endpoint. Jesus Christ. Brain is now braining. Okay, so now this should work. Let's go ahead and nuke the database. Oh my god. Nuke the goddamn DB. Alright. Docker compose down, remove everything. I think everything is down. Let's go ahead and restart it. Yeah, bro, stop laughing at me, bro. Stop laughing at me. I'm gonna crash out on you right now. Gonna crash. Oh my god, shut up. All right, bro. Let's see. Let's go ahead and just say the user. Boom. Yes, validation failed. Password should be at least 8 characters. So now we fix the issue. That is fine. We have our validation in place. Now let's go and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Um, these are 8 characters. Let me try to reduce it again and say, boom. We're gonna give. Wait, hold on. Are these 8 characters? Yeah, 1 through 8 is 8 characters. So it should be at least or at most or whatever. But I'm cool with the 8 characters. But you know, as a human being, you don't want to just count to like up to 8 and just stop there. You want to go to 9. So, but let's leave it at that. I think everything works as expected. The validations work and the error handling works. Now let's test the login endpoint. And by default, we have like authorization. No, within the body, I mean, not within the body, within the response, we are getting our token. So we have a seamless experience. The users register, we give them a token. The users login, we still give them a token. Those, I mean, what did I just say, bro? Both tokens can be used to authenticate them or authorize them if we have authorization. Role-based authorization. I mean, role-based access control in place. We do not have that yet. So let's just keep it as is for now. And let me How do I? Okay, everything is fine. Yo, 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 yo. Okay, you guys can hear me, so that's nice. Okay, bye, bro. I have to go to my work. Wait, bye, bro. I have to go to my work has done. What? What's that kind of English? But either way, see you later, brother. Go and sleep or whatever. See you soon. Okay, we have some issues to fix here, so you'll catch up with us again next time. All right, now. I think I have to look at the login. Login, we're still using the same information, right? We can just log in. Now, if I log in with this, we should get an error. Oh boy. What's the time for tomorrow? Okay, tomorrow, let's just make a good deal, right? If we look at the calendar here, if we look at the calendar, tomorrow we're gonna start our stream at this time, which is 4 p.m. But I might start earlier than that, but just expect it at 4 p.m. I might start earlier though. It will depend. But tomorrow I have college. We studying embedded systems. Oh my goodness, that's a nice module, and that's gonna be our second last module. And our unit is closing on June 22nd. So I think that's even more good news for us. Embedded systems like really something nice. So I think I'll really do better in it. Okay, let's just go ahead and see what we got cooking. So it turns out FBI, Edward, listen, it turns out the problem that we had yesterday was not actually a problem. Reason being, yesterday we had the same login information and the same JWT token, and that's why it kept on logging in the user regardless if we got the JWT or not, because by default, Postman really just embeds the JWT token that is generated automatically here. So I think that's why. But as you can see here, we do not have a user logged in. So for some reason, we are getting unexpected error occurred. This should be a problem because what do you mean, bro? If the information is wrong, if the password is wrong, we should like show that, hey, we have credentials problem, right? Not just throwing this random ugly error 500 really for just wrong credentials. That is very dangerous and bad and terrible. So, the password is wrong. We should say the password is wrong instead of this. So let's go back to the auth controller and just, I mean, not the auth controller, the auth login here. And here we are saying check for the user if it exists, throw this or else that. Now, how about if the password doesn't match? We need to figure that out. So we are going to say, what if the password doesn't match? So we're gonna say if um user user dot get password, not actually user dot get password. Yeah, actually, if user dot get password is not equals to, we are just gonna use this equals to thing here, and then we just grab the dto dot password, and then we shall say, hey, this doesn't. Hold on, what's going on here? If statements, we need to remove this. No, we're gonna say if the user password is not equal to this, then we just throw bad credentials exception, and we're just gonna say incorrect, not incorrect password. We're just gonna pass in hold on, what's going on here? Assert method invocation equals may produce null pointer exception. So I think instead of that null pointer exception, we are just gonna say if this user is not equals to what is not equal to DTO. Let's remove this so we don't get any null pointer issues. We're gonna say it's not equal to DTO dot password. Okay, it's still we're gonna get an issue though. Replace it with self equals to object dot equals to user dot get password DTO dot password. Huh. I really don't like this though. I don't like this. I don't like what I'm getting here. Incorrect password. Can we remove one bracket from here? I don't like this. What the hell is objects dot equals to? This class consists of static utility methods for operating on objects or checking certain conditions before operation. So these utilities include null safe or null tolerant methods for computing the hash code of an object, returning a string for an object, comparing two objects and checking if the indices or the subrange values are out of bounds or out of bounds or whatever. Okay, so instead of saying incorrect password, um, instead of throwing incorrect password, we should just say invalid. Because this, if we check the custom exception, let's go inside our custom exception and check the bad credentials exception. Let's go to Guardian Global Exception Handler. You'll notice that within our global exception handler, we have already invalid email or password. So it by default, we already have this. Why are we again throwing something custom again? I think we should leave it empty. Should it be empty? Oh, we just pass in the DTO dot password. Let's just say pass in DTO dot password and let's have a look. It's gonna work. That's correct. So let's go ahead and I don't know if that should be the right way to put it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and catch that error. Let's nuke our database. All right. Bro, I think we learning new stuff every single day. That's something beautiful. And another thing is, there's nothing scripted here. This is like live stream, all right? Everything that I'm doing is raw and uncut. And the reason why I love to do this live stream, I love to do this live streams because we get to like see things firsthand. I do not rehearse anything before joining you guys on stream and just act like I already know something. No. I literally just learn everything with you guys. So like at some point one day you can look back at like these streams or one of these videos and just learn something along the way. And also my future self can look at how I learned something. I think this is a win-win for all of us, my brothers. You feel me? All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just log in. So we are getting forbidden because, wait, why are we getting forbidden? Yes, because we are not logged in, so we're getting forbidden. Yeah, it is. I learned about API keys here, lol. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. Okay, let's register, and now let's log in with that information. And as you can see, we're still getting 500. Really? Let's go on unhandled exception, bad credentials. Oh God, throw new bad credentials exception. This shouldn't really throw that exception. I don't know, bro. Let's just copy this, and this shouldn't be 500. I'm just gonna ask my good old AI and check something out here. All right, we have some issue, some pending issue, bro. Help us out here. Mm, let's see. You have two separate issues from the logs. Username not found on the first request shows that is calling load by username even on unauthenticated requests like this. Your filter isn't skipping public routes. Share your JWT code. I should wait. We should have something like this. Stop here. Don't try to load the user. I think we have that though. We have that. Mm, yeah, this is the JWT auth. I think we have this, isn't it? I think we have this for real. Yeah, bro. And that's the thing, is like when it comes to learning new stuff, it's always good to, the problem that I've seen with most people, they do not retain information in their brains because they do not revise or revisit something that they've already learned. So what we're doing right now is just almost like revising, but also trying to fix issues. You get it? So not every day we're gonna be doing new stuff. You get it? Obviously, because then the thing that's left now is gonna be payments. We are done with authentication. We are done with building the API key. Now we are left with payments and billing, right? So these are going to be technical stuff that we shouldn't start just late like today. We can do that maybe, I think tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Could be tomorrow or the other day, but let's see how it goes. So let's just fix the errors first and then push everything to the main branch, and then tomorrow we can start on a clean slate. So today is just a special day for bug fixing. With AI help as well. Because yeah, don't be shy to ask AI if you have a problem in your code. Because you'll be stupid enough, or you'd be stupid less to go here and just try to read through every single goddamn line and say, oh my god, okay, I need to load this. It is cool to know, but goddamn, bro. You don't need to. You feel me? The not null should be on all of the parameters, but importantly, it is missing from the request, which is the first one Spring actually calls. So we're missing not null there. And the second issue is the token is being used even if it is invalid. Returns false is silently skip authentication, but continue with the chain. I think that is that, right? Mine about worth cleaning up. Private final, JWT util, private final. Wait, what? Is there an issue here? Private final JWT util? The correct one should be private final. Can you guys spot the difference here? Is AI drunk? Well, I think I need to remove my glasses. Like, what? Is there a difference here? Private final JW. Hold on, I need to put on my glasses. Goddamn. We got private final JW. Can you guys? What's the difference? JWT util. Oh, I think I need to remove it. Is that it? I don't know, but let's keep going. Um, and also know that the import change from this to this. Oh, Spring Zone and all is the correct one to use here since Spring filter override. All right, bro. We have some issues. We also need to add this, and let's just remove this. Not null, not this, but the actual one that comes from Spring. Let's import. Not Lombok, not this, but from Spring Framework. And what's going on here? Non-null. Are we using not null or non-null? I don't know. Non-null. Wait, non-null from Spring Framework Lang. Okay. I think it's deprecated if I'm not mistaken. It's deprecated. A common annotation declare that non-null cannot be null. So what's the correct one? Should be used as a parameter return a value, and this use non-null API. Non-null API. Hold on. We should use what? Non-null API. Okay. Non-null API is also deprecated. Oh my goodness. Is it remove the annotation? It's not applicable. Let's remove this. Let's remove this. import the class. Bro, at this point, I don't know what else to do. God, should be used at the package level. Huh? Remove annotation. Oh, so we should just use the J specify. All right, we're just gonna use the J specify thing. I think that's the correct one. All right, so let's go import this non-null J specify. That's the correct one. Also here, non-null J specify. Here, non-null J specify. Okay, let's try to correct the things again. Let's go back here and say docker compose down, look the DB. And another thing is, I think we have some issue as well that we needed to check. Mm, what was going on here? What was the actual fix though? What was the actual fix? The validation, right? I think we have it here. JWT is valid returns false. You suddenly skip authentication, but it still continue down the chain. So instead of returning false, we just have to first extract the token and then user details service. Then we pass in this and we set this. So where is the null that we're returning? I have no idea. Let me just copy this down here and just take this entire stuff. Hopefully it's going to work. Hopefully. Paste this. And voila. I don't know what changed. I have no idea. All right, I think that should do it for now. I'm just gonna go ahead and continue this. Okay. All right. So instead of this now, let's just go ahead and now test this problem and let's try to log in. We should get forbidden. That's nice. And then we get to register and we'll go back here and we should get some password issue. Instead, we are getting I want to ask, right? Why are we not like I'm actually getting irritated already. I'm getting irritated. So um we should get wrong password, right? That is our that is what did you use? Okay, this was the login, right? And this is the register. Okay, this is register, wrong password, register. And then this one this is login. Okay, this login, this register, and the output should be an error, right? Here, instead we are getting this, right? Instead this. And we have our custom exception list. So let's just go ahead and grab this custom exception, copy this, and ask AI, hey, do you understand what we got cooking? These are all our exceptions. What else? I think we need to go to the service itself. Copy this, pass it down, and paste this. And then finally, we just grab this entire problem and paste it here. Now let's see how it's going to cook up. Oh my God. You have two problems happening simultaneously. Bad credentials is not being called, returns 500. Says thrown by authentication manager that authenticate, but your global exception handler only handles your custom bad credentials exception, not Spring's. So falls through to the generic exception handler and returns 500. So add this to the exception handler, handle Spring bad credentials. So we need to say bad credentials. Oh, so this should be the bad credentials. And then the wrong password comparison, remove it entirely. As I mentioned before, the block is wrong and must be deleted. Okay. All right. Oh, we should keep it clean like this. Authenticate already does the wrong password check using bcrypt. Okay, okay. Now I get it. Now I get it. This one already handles the password check. Okay. All right, my brain, bro. So this is good. This is good. And what's the next thing that we need to do? We need to delete these bad credentials, right? Yeah, I think we need to delete these bad credentials because if we go back to the global exception handler and we look at handle bad credentials, is this coming from Spring? No, this is our custom bad credentials. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just delete this custom bad credentials and we import. Let's just remove this for now. And let's say bad credentials exception coming from spring dot class, and then parameter. Okay, hold on, we need to remove this and just call this bad credentials exception. And yeah, so that should work as expected. And what's going on here? Hold on, wait, why do you have an issue here? Ex is never used. Oh, bad credentials, ex is never used. Why? Let's have a look here. Ex. So we are getting logged at one at this because I'll get this, and ex is never used. So why are we throwing it? Bad credentials attempt at this because I get URI. Okay, I think this is fine. I'm just gonna leave it as is. Let's stop this now. You see, bro, like yesterday we couldn't catch these issues. What's going on, bro? Why did it stop all of a sudden? Mm, mm, mm. Okay, is everything fine, bro? Hold on. Why do I feel like there's something wrong? Yeah, we are trying to fix that issue. Let's go here and all right, I think we're gonna close this global exception handler off. And yeah, we go ahead and just say Docker compose down V. Hmm. Wait, everything is working right now. Okay, I thought there was something wrong, that's why. But it's fine. But my internet is acting up. My responses are slow. Lol. Yeah, man. For some reason, it's not just your internet though, but YouTube streams are Twitch is like very straightforward. Twitch is very straightforward. Um, okay. I think the fixes are now good. Oh, my back. I think it's fixed now. All right, now let's go ahead and test this. Let's go. First, if we try this, we're gonna get forbidden. Nice. Now let's register and let's log in. Bad credentials. Yes. Yeah, duh, like that. Yeah, duh. Good. I like it. The dopamine rush when we are correct is just insane. All right, let's now send this, and boom, we are now logged in. Yes, sir. So now we are logged in. The next thing we need to look at is the health route. Let's just test the health route. I mean, if all the requests are working, that means the health route is working. What am I talking about? Um, I'm gonna close these ones because now we are done with them. No, we are not actually done because we have the shortened URL. So let's go ahead and go to goddamn let's test that issue of the authorization. So if we see here, it's login, we have you, right? It ends with you. God, oh shit. It ends with you, but for some reason still having this. So I wanted to ask, is it like a Postman issue? Is it like a Postman issue? Or by default, let's just go to the register one and look at like okay, wait, let's look at this. It's ending with 4. Okay, so Postman pre-fills the entire JWT token here, the one that is on register. It takes it directly to the to like all the other goddamn subsequent requests. So which is nice, a nice thing. But it's kind of annoying. So that's the thing that was just causing us issues. So let's go back to GitHub and close one issue, which is user getting logged in whether or not they have JWT token in the request header. So it's we're just gonna close this issue and it's closed. We'll go back again and look at unhandled exception, bad credentials. I think we also fixed this. Now let's close that issue. It is fixed. We could add maybe a comment, but it's okay. The last one is API key link creation throws 404, 403 forbidden. So we're getting forbidden yesterday, but let's try it again today. I'm gonna go ahead and just copy this entire um let's copy this because this is a we can use either of the goddamn tokens, right? JWT tokens, they're still gonna be directly attached to that user. So it doesn't matter. All right. Now we need to create the API key. Inside the API key, we need to first go and create our key. And creating the key, we need within the body, we need the name of the API key, which is data bucket production. That is just the name of the API key. And the authorization, bearer token, as you can see here, this is like completely not true. This is not correct. This shouldn't work. Well, this is going to work because for some reason, as long as we pass a JWT token in the request header, it should work, right? Now let's have a look at the code for that, for the API key thing. I think this one is handled, right? This exception is handled and our application did not crash, which is nice. Now all these changes are fixed. I'm gonna close everything here. Now we switch our attention to, let's close the exceptions, let's close these details, and let's close this controller. So now let's take our attention from the auth to now the API key. So we have the API key service. If we look into validating the API key, that's the most important one. Validating? Yes, not actually validating. What was my point? What did I want to say? What did I want to say? Can anybody just create an API key? Nope. I think then we need to go to create an API key. So while creating the API key, we need to first look for that user if they exist by the email. And for some reason, wait a minute. We need to look for the user by the email, and then we create this API key, and from there we set the user to that. So that means we are actually just using the API. We're using the goddamn the email, but not the API key. Am I getting confused? God. If you feel like you are dealing with so many bugs, look at what I just sent to the server. I'm going to have fun today. Look at the Discord server. Ah, yo, what? What? Yeah, bro, you're going through it, bro. Mm-mm. I'm not gonna lie, you're going through it. You're going through it, bro. Jesus, I was close to check my code, lol. Yeah, you should. You should for real. I think this user doesn't exist. So if we try to create an API key now, wait, how we just creating the API key just like that? I'm confused. I'm actually confused. If we look at our code, right? Let's look at the like what our code is really doing. I'm gonna go here and talk to this Claude for a sec and say, for some reason, the old JWT token still allows me to create new API key. Should that be allowed? Okay, let's just go to our issue here. We sent this and we'll go back to that all right, paste this and let's go back to Postman and we are just passing in the body. So we're passing in. Okay, I like to give like AI so much context so it knows what I'm doing. This is the endpoint. And let's go back here and paste this. So this shouldn't really work, right? Because we have a completely different logged in user. So it shouldn't work. But let's also pass our service so that it knows what we are trying to achieve or what we're actually doing. So I'm gonna paste this here and see what's going on. This is getting very confusing. What is getting very confusing? What's getting confusing? It's not actually expected behavior. JWT tokens don't get invalidated server side unless you build a block list. Once issued, a JWT is valid until it expires. So if someone registers, gets a token, then you log out and then log in again with the new token, the old one still works. Okay, the bug is validated API. Oh, now I understand because it is not yet 24 hours. So, yeah, we say that it should expire after 24 hours. So the old one will still work. Now I see. Now I see. Now I see. Now I understand. I understand. Okay. Let's see. This is a serious performance and security issue. As API keys grow, you are loading every single one into memory and bcrypt comparing each one. This is actually not okay. So the fix is to use the key prefix to narrow candidates first. That's exactly why you store. Oh, we actually have the key prefix. So we need to say optional user details validate string row key. If the row key is equal to null or the row key dot length is less than 12, return optional dot empty. String prefix is equals to key row key dot substring 12 this, and then from index 0 to 12, and then return the API key repository dot find by prefix, and then we look for the prefix, and then we filter the key, make sure it matches what we are looking for, the row key and the key that is hashed, and then map every key to that and then set this last use. So the only difference is we need to check using the prefix. So find by prefix. All right, that's fine. I'm not really gonna waste time rewriting everything that I already have. So we need to just go ahead and create some performance issues. Wait, I didn't understand the solution. Okay, so you meaning the solution to what? To the reason why the old JWT token still works. Is that what you're asking? Is that what you're asking about? I know there's some latency with YouTube. It's crazy. Okay, so the solution is we can just go ahead and shorten the life cycle of the JWT token because by default we put it as it should expire after 24 hours. So the JWT token only lets us know the logged in user. You understand? So if imagine you're using an application, you don't want the application to just log you out every second like you visit the site. So that's why it's like 24 hours. The only problem is that we do not add what refresh token stuff, and you remember we spoke about refresh tokens yesterday, and also like I think there's refresh tokens and also is it short tokens? No, there is refresh tokens. Yes, refresh tokens and session tokens, something like that. So refresh tokens just goes to refresh the tokens after every 24 hours. We could say whenever user logs in after 24 hours, on the 23rd hour, refresh the token so it just remains valid. You understand? But at the moment, we do not want that. We do not want our previous token to just continue working for the new so that's why we have to implement either refresh tokens or just shorten the duration of the expiry. If we go back to here, we have our expiry. I think it makes sense to you now, right? Here we have our expiry as 24 hours in milliseconds. So we can just make this as like 1 hour, and then after 1 hour, we try again with the old API key. It would have expired. I think yeah, that's how it should actually be here. So, but this is a whole different issue that we need to like look at within the validating here. We are just grabbing every single API key, which is just not good for the performance. So let's see what's going on. Instead, we need to first check if the row key is equals to null, or the row key dot length is less than 12, and then we return optional dot empty. Otherwise, the prefix is equals to row key dot substring 12. We'll get we'll start from index 0 to the 12th index, and then we'll return the API key, pass in the prefix, find by prefix, and I think we have that repository. So yeah, instead of using this find all, we're gonna have to find return something else. So are we returning new? No, we're not returning new. So let's just first stop this entire thing. And we're gonna say if the row key is equals to null, or the row key dot length is less than 12. Do we should we use 12 though? Yeah, because we are choosing from 0 to 12. I have to go do something. I'll be back in. Oh, please go do it, okay? You don't gotta give my permission, my brother. You'll always find me, okay? And I really appreciate your support, bro. You just don't know how much it means to me. It means the world, my brother. Like, we can just be the two of us here and we just be chilling. Like, you feel me? I really appreciate it. So, go do whatever you gotta do. When, like, however long it takes you, bro. Even if you come back tomorrow, I would really love it. So, yeah, go, 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 go. Okay, let's go return optional. We have this optional dot empty, and that's it. So that means it is empty. You just stop. It means return false, right? Okay, and then after that, we're gonna say string row key. The row key is equals to, what are we grabbing? We already have this though. Why are we creating it again? Thank you. No problem. No problem. This should be the prefix. What am I talking about? This is, I think we have prefix, right? Prefix is equals to the row key dot substring and grab starting from 0 to like the 12th index. And that's really our row key. That's our prefix. And we need to check, we need to find by prefix instead of find all, and find first and all of this extra stuff. Let's remove that. Now here is, we need to say dot find by, I think by prefix, right? Oh, key hash. But we have key hash, right? No, not key hash. Let's go to the repository, API key, and let's look at the repository. So I will, I think we're looking by the key hash, right? Mm, let's just say find by prefix. Key prefix. Are we using key prefix? Oh, key prefix works. Oh, so we don't even need this to begin with. I'm just gonna remove this. Now let's go back here and say find by key prefix. I think find by key Okay, find by key prefix, and then just pass in that prefix. Now let's create that. Create this within the repository. Not remapper. This should just be optional. Why are we remapping it? I don't know. Do we have it somewhere already? No. It's gonna. Oh my god. Optional. It's gonna take API key. And let's have a look. Is it optional? Nope. It's find by key prefix, passing the prefix dot filter key password matches, and we need the filtering, and that is it. So we are not gonna use it as optional, I think. I think we're not gonna use it as optional. So let's just have API key and let's see if that works. Okay, that kind of works. Dot filter. Wait, how we filtering? My bad. Let's see. Find by this. It's optional though. Yeah, it should be optional. It should be optional. Then we'll go back here and then mob. We're gonna say dot filter. Yes. And then we're just gonna call it key. Password matches whatever that we're looking for. And then we just say key hash not equals to the, we are going to use password encoder. Password encoder dot matches. It matches the key hash. Wait, what are we matching it against? The row key and the key hash, right? So make sure it matches the row key and the key hash. We had actually named it find by key hash, but now we changed it to like find by prefix. All right, I think this works as well. So let's just go back here and say docker compose down v. We'll clear that and let's run this. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Okay. All right, now let's test this. We go to creating the API keys. I need to actually invalidate the 24 hours because that's like way too long. And for testing purposes, like, come on. Let's just go back. How do we 30 minutes to milliseconds? So let's get a calculator. 30 minutes to milliseconds. We could say maybe 10 minutes, and then we check after every 10 minutes, make sure the user's logged in. So 30 minutes makes sense, but let's just use 10. 10, we need to convert this to like what, seconds? 30 minutes, okay, 10 minutes to seconds, and then from there we just multiply by 1,000, and we're gonna use 600. So this is 10 minutes in milliseconds. Yeah, and why am I even doing the math when I could just say 10 minutes in milliseconds? 10 minutes to milliseconds. 600, right? Yes, 600,000 milliseconds. Nice, nice. Okay. What else? What if we want to convert? Yeah, 10 minutes should make sense. Let's just leave it at 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go to the properties, application YAML, and change this to 600. 1, 2, 3, 600,000, and just start our application again. Docker compose down v, start it back up again. And after 10 minutes, we shall check and see if the user will be automatically logged out. You know what I mean? Yup. Okay. So this should be fine. Um, Goddamn. All right. So I think that is okay. Let's just go ahead and try it out again. And I think this should not work. Like after 10 minutes, this is gonna expire. So it's currently 8 after 10 minutes. 8:10, we shall check it out. FBI is back. FBI. FBI, open up. Okay, so now we have a JWT token that is 7Q. If we go to the user, we should see it's actually like the old one, but if we send this, is going to work. But regardless, we just want to grab the new one and paste it here. Save it and then send request. And yes, we are logged in. We have generated a new one. It doesn't matter. Let's go to create an API. We'll pass in this authorization and we just paste that in. And voila, we have an API key. So this is the raw key that we are going to use once. I'm gonna copy this API key and then we go to shorten URL using the API key. Okay, so here we need to pass in this API key in the header, and the body should be the original URL that we want to shorten. Now let's send this, and we're getting forbidden. I think this endpoint should be public, right? No, no, that endpoint shouldn't be public. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, now we are getting an issue. Could not initialize proxy, no session in the API key service. So I'm just gonna copy this. I think the problem is just around here. Stock trace, audit logs. Okay, let's go back here and say now the API key service has an issue. All right, let's paste that in. So at the moment, we're just gonna first grab this. Let's go first to creating the API key. We're gonna say this is the JWT token that we used. So this is the JWT token for the creating API key endpoint. All right, and then this was the response. And then using the API key, I get the above error. So it means the user is still forbidden. I mean, I don't know why. It's gonna pass this as the body. This is our body. And the header, I think the headers, I'm just gonna copy this entire thing like this and paste it here. Now that is our headers. We are getting forbidden despite having that, right? Okay, now let's go to the API. I think we have the API key service, everything working. Okay, now let's go to like the auth filter, because that is the issue. That's the auth filter. And then what else? Let's go now to the configs and we look at the security config. Now that should give us enough context, right? So now that we have enough context, let's see what's going on. You have two separate issues. Lazy initialization exception, the root cause. When validate key fetches the API key by prefix, the user association is lazily loaded. By the time you call key.get user.get email outside the transaction, the Hibernate session is already closed. Fix this issue by eagerly fetching the user in your repository query. All right, I think the issue is from us, bro. We had stated that it should be lazily loaded. So security is permitted is accidentally allowing API keys the post to create without authentication. Because as much as API keys, yes, that's the problem. So remove that. It should require authentication. Also, your filter order is wrong. API key auth filter should run before the JWT. So API key auth filter should run first and then the JWT second. Or API key auth filter. Is that what? Can somebody point out where the hell the wrong is? I don't know. Jesus. Okay, let's just grab this entire thing and we can just uh, pass this entire stuff. Press this in. Okay. So now this was the main issue though. This was the main issue. Now let's go back to our entities and we'll look at the models. We'll look at the user. For some reason, for some goddamn reason, extracted are not null, not annotated method overrides method annotated to this. Okay, so first we need to put non-null here so that we stop getting these stupid errors. Non-null. I don't want to get this. They're not errors, but they're warnings. I just don't like seeing them. Okay, now the next thing we're gonna do. What was I thinking of? Kind of forgot. Oh yeah, the models, the user model. Actually, the problem is with the way it is connected with the API key. It is fetched lazily. So this was, I think this is the culprit. Let's say, I think the culprit exists here. I guess the issue is here for the lazy loading. And also explain to me why and when do we need either or. All right, let's see. Let's see. Yes, that's exactly the issue. Here's when to use each. Fetch.lazy default for is actually the default for many to one relationship in the new Hibernate. So Hibernate does not load the related entity immediately. It creates a proxy placeholder, only hits the database when you actually access the field on it. So it's for performance purposes, basically. And this means if the Hibernate session is closed by the time you access it, you get lazy initialization exception. When to use it? When the related entity is heavy, large, or not always needed. But at this point, we always need the user, right? So the good example, if you fetch 1000 API keys but rarely need the full user object. Yeah. Why are you hunting my coin? Because you're going to the shop like this. No. Like this, like the way you look. Yeah. But I'm gonna type this out. Okay. um. Hey, so yo, what's good, bro? You said what do did you make? Why don't you get us something to drink? Yeah, how much in? I don't got cash, dog, but I got something to provide. What do you want? I think Chakana Kilvasa Pangomush. Which one? Coca-Cola, maybe, because you got coins with you, though. Give me this. Yin ke banana da. Abe yi shiyak na pejader. Okay. All right. You fetch 1000 keys, but rarely need the full user object. Oh, that's true though. Okay, Hibernate loads the entity immediately in the same query using a join. Oh, this is like joins when you're using SQLs and stuff. The session doesn't need to stay open because the data is already there. Use it when you always need the related entity alongside the parent. So .ego API key is useless without knowing which owner owns it, right? It's actually true. In your use case, use ego. API key without the user is meaningless in your app. Every single operation validated, delete, list, or whatever needs a user. Change it to ego. So we need to change it to ego, and that was the only culprit, the biggest culprit, matter of fact. So .ego. All right. .ego. And it means we need to create oh no, we don't need to create anything else. This is fine. I'm gonna stop this. And so far we made a few changes. We also need to, okay, we don't need to change anything here, which is fine. So let's go back here and just say Docker compose down. And at this point, I think our API keys are now expired because we put them as like 10 minutes maximum. Yo, what's good, bro? What's your name? Wait, hold on. Your name is Ritish. Ritish, what's good, brother? Are you a girl or a boy? Because I usually say brother for anything, for everything. Whether him, her, them, when, whatever is trending these days. Alright. Wait, hold on. Is there any problem here? Nope, there's no problem. Postgres, everything is connecting. Okay. What's the next thing we have to do? Yeah, we have to go now and just create these things. So let's just go ahead and create a new user and log in that new user and grab the token. I think the token is already added to the request header, so we don't gotta do it by default. I've been learning programming for the past 2 years. Now I've mostly spent time on web dev. I know React and now learning backend. But now I feel like if I don't like web dev, so what should I do? Just maybe take some break. Like sometimes regular breaks are very important because then it gives you a fresh mind whenever whenever you get back to like coding, you get back with like so much enthusiasm and just love. But at the same time, taking breaks usually just hurts your progress. So it's a double-edged sword. Just choose what fits best for you. But if you genuinely like can push through, I feel like it's just a feeling. And emotions are like a roller coaster. You go up, you go down. 9 times out of 10, you just have to like be passionate about something that you want to do, and you can always just go through these hurdles, man. Don't give up, bro, and do not change your prospects if you are interested in being a software engineer or maybe a developer in general or a web dev. To add to that, I'd say just keep going, bro. Like just keep going and maybe switch stacks, because 9 times out of 10 when you're stuck with like one software stack, sometimes it gets very monotonous and boring, and it just overwhelms you. But when you learn something new every time, it just refreshes your mind. But don't jump from stack to stack. So my advice is try backend dev. I know it will be very difficult, but yeah, the brain always gets this dopamine when you like, learn something new or just learn something hard. So try that out and let me know. Should I continue web dev so that I can have a full stack dev tag, or leave web dev and focus on other area? No, 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 no. Do not leave. Every time you leave, you're gonna restart from scratch. Years in, you shouldn't be asking these questions. You should now know what you want to do. So to answer your question, no, don't switch anything. Continue with full stack. I'd say focus on backend dev for now because it's like more secured, job wise, compared to like front end. Because at this point, bro, I really don't think front end developers are really needed like that. Maybe certain like people that are like highly gifted in design, but otherwise, bro, just go with backend. I'd say just focus entirely on backend. Just leave front end alone, bro. That's just it. But don't leave web dev. Don't go to something else. Unless you genuinely want to do something else. Whichever works, brother. Let's go ahead and create an API key. I'm just gonna pass in this JWT token and create that. Okay, so now we have our own API key. I'm just gonna copy our API key, copy, and then create this. Now, just gonna paste this and create. Boom! Oh my god, we've created an API key. Thanks for the advice, man. For real, bro. I initially was into ML, but when I found myself not really liking it, I switched, and it was the best decision. Yeah, that's a different perspective from somebody who went through something. You feel me? Yeah, consider that too. Consider that too, for sure, for sure. So look into yourself and really ask yourself those questions that I told you about. Do you have the passion? Do you want to try something new? And go with what works. Yes, sir. So let's go. As you guys can see, We've used the API key, the actual API key. Wait, did we use the API key? Yes, we use the API key to shorten the links. Wow, this is actually crazy. Hold on. Now that I think about it, so I think our work for the day is done. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Oh, this is actually amazing though. Like I feel like now we can just build an interface. We can use AI or whatever, like goddamn anti-gravity to build for us the interface front end, little front end that can we can now use to generate API keys. Hmm. This is nice, bro. Oh my god, this is nice. As you can see, it has worked. It has actually worked, which is nice. And this is the link that we shortened using our API key instead of using the goddamn JWT token. So most definitely everything works. So now if we go back here and just paste in this redirect, as you can see, this is the short URL. Later we shall just only add our domain here, and it's just gonna work, you know. This is how our application is coming to life. So let's click this, and voila, we are having access to localhost was denied. You have no authorization. Okay, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. I needed to add R here because Spring Security is locking everything that doesn't have R to it. Okay, now this is going to work. This should work. Yes. Oh my God, my drink has reached. It has reached, bro. It was brought by transport. Thank you, little. Oh my goodness. Wait, why is there 50 here? I took it from here. It was mine. Okay. Oh my God. All right. So it has really worked. It has worked, bro. This is amazing. This feels so surreal, man. Let me go and what the name of this. So we're gonna push the changes for the day to Git. Let's just stop everything. And I'm gonna go ahead and just close this issue now. This issue is fixed. So we don't have any other issue. Oh my goodness, bro. This feels so good. I don't know. It just feels so good. So let's go here and say git add dot. I'm gonna say git commit and integration. Not really. We're not gonna. Yeah, that's really good, man. Here we're gonna say fixed authentication and auth and API key issues and bugs. Okay, I just want to keep it like this. I don't want to keep it very descriptive. It should be vague. I'm gonna say push to the origin API key fix issues, and that should do it. Do you want? Of course. When shall when shall I ever refuse? That's wrong English. When will I ever refuse? That's correct English. Let's compare and pull request. Compare and pull request. Let's just we could go through this entire pull request, but that's not the point for today's stream. We're just gonna create a pull request and let's just merge this. We don't have any other problems. Wait though. Remember we changed the JWT token to last only 10 minutes. So the thing that we're gonna do tomorrow is adding refresh tokens so that we can just have a complete auth and not really worry about any other thing. Like maybe later we can add Google Auth as well, which will be nice. But for now, we can stick with this. I don't want the auth like for us to just remain on auth. We want the first version of the application to go up at least at the end of the month. Not well, I mean, at the end of the month is a stretch. I feel like we can finish it before the end of the month. So let's see how it goes. We have 15 days to finish. Hopefully we shall do so. Yeah, that would be good for real. And the other thing is that the thing that we are left with, if you see like our application in general, we are only left with like payments and billing. I mean, billing is still payments, but you get the point. So yeah, we are not really left with a lot to finish this. Let's go here and see. All right. So, okay, now if I look at the services, we are just going to finish payments and analytics maybe this coming week, starting from perhaps Monday, but we might start something tomorrow. Maybe go with refresh tokens. Whichever will work in our calendar, we shall do it. All right. It's not like we have something that we are following, like, oh, do they say that? But it's okay. So I think that is it. I really don't want to make like today's stream very long. 2 hours should be like very fine. You feel me? It's not even yet 2 hours, but I feel like 2 hours should be enough for today's stream. And yeah, that should really do it. I think we are done with today's work, which means today is a success, right? Yeah, I'm seeing from my calendar, I'm supposed to be watching Netflix now. We are done with the stream, which is nice. Yeah, I really did good today. Thank you so much, brother. We did good because you are helping me too. So let's get it. Um, what else? Little why you didn't put my food, bro? Bro, put my food. I'm hungry. I don't care if I'm streaming. Put my food. Put my food. Okay, boys. So what I'm gonna do next? I think I'm just gonna stop this and maybe just play some chess. And I think that's gonna do it. Let's just play some chess for like maybe 10 minutes, 10 minutes, or maybe 20 minutes, and then we'll call it a day. I think that's beautiful, right? So let's go. Bro, my elo is just very low, bro. Yes, my elo is just so down, as you can see. 16, 18, bro. I've been beaten off recent like crazy. Okay, somebody wants to Fianchetto there, Bishop. I really don't care, bro. I just want to take the center. I don't care what you play, bro. Like at this point, I don't know. Well, hold on. Yeah, let me just protect this pawn. And I'm just gonna take the center. Okay, what if I play here is just gonna take my pawn, right? But I'm just gonna go here and I just go here next, and then I just castle, and that is it, right? I'm just gonna go here. All right, he's just right. These people they just want to trade their bishop for like this for the knight. I don't know. So he wants to take here, I take, and then he takes here. So he can be a pawn up, I think. Yeah, but his concept is weird. Well, he cannot be a pawn up. He'll actually be 3 points down. 3 points down because I can just take his. This is protected, so it's fine. I'm not really worried. Nice. Mm. All right. Why are you thinking, bro, in the opening stage? What are you doing with your life, brother? It is the opening stage. Whoa, what if... Hold on, I'm trying to attack this queen, but there is no way because this knight is on a dark square. Well, I can just take this, right? And he can take back. Why are you playing like that, brother? Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? Uh, well, what if I go here? He's just gonna take my pawn so that he can target this. Alright, if he takes my pawn, I'm just gonna go here, right? And then he will have to make a choice because he'll have to remove this and then I can take him back. Or maybe just take the pawn all at once on h7. Yeah, for real. I need to chase this so that it's not really stressing me here, right? So I'm just gonna first play here to create some loft. And he's just gonna take right now. I knew it. He was just waiting for me to push. Then he takes, and now he's gonna just take my pawn here, which is fine. I'm perfectly okay with that. This is okay. Let's see what else. He has nothing else to play. If he takes this, I take it. Okay, dude is just you know what? I want him to expose his queen, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna come here and pin his queen and pin this to the queen. But I could let him do that so that I can just have a check here, right? Yeah, I can just pin the pawn, right? Hey, wait, hold on, what's that name? Madhurav Linton, 2945. Your name is super, super, super not easy. All right. You know what? At this point, it's okay to take this pawn, bro. Like it's literally okay. And I think he will have to take with his bishop. He will have to take with his bishop. And that is perfectly okay with me. I don't really care. All right. Taking with the bishop is also fine. Yo, what's good, brother? What's poppin'? Brand new whip just hopped in. I got options. You know what I'm gonna do? This is gonna be a free bishop in a minute. How many computer languages you know? GitHub. There you go. You have all the information that you need. I came yeah, I came at the end of the stream. Yeah, that's crazy. You check out my GitHub, all my information's there. I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. Okay, wait. The reason why this person took here so that they can check me. All right, is there any sense in that check though? Yeah, he's just gonna have a discovered check. No, yeah, no, not a discovered check. Not really a discovered check. If I go here though, then he can be able to come here with this queen. Now I'm just gonna go here, and that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna go here, bro. He's not gonna have any discovered check anymore. Well, this was a good idea to open up here because this is just like it's good for like the end game later, so we are not back rank mated. But nonetheless, I can just go here though and just threaten checkmate. But look at his entire like look at this. He doesn't have any pawns. He literally has what? Am I ahead? Am I ahead by a pawn? No, we have the same equal material. So what I'm gonna do, I am going to like no, let me first go here, not here, but just here, and then I'm going to go ahead and yes, fianchetto this bishop. Next, you can take the queen on front of the. Wait, hold on. Next, you can take the queen on front of the queen. Attacked by three of your pieces. What is attacked by three of my pieces? Hold on. This is one. What else? What else is attacking? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have a nice play here though. I actually have a nice play. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me fianchetto this first. He's gonna probably he cannot just hop. He might hop in here though. But then oh my god, I'm going to torture this. Hold on, I'm gonna torture this guy right now. He wants to not hop in here. That's not a problem. Let's first see. Mm. Yes, the queen has to go away. So after the queen going away, I'm going to capture here. And then I'm just gonna capture here. No, no, no. This is protected. This is protected as well. Like, oh my god, what am I talking about? Okay, this is so unnecessary, bro. Well, that's not unnecessary though. Because I think I'll have some trouble if this if I take this right now, won't I be like a piece up? The knowledge will wait, hold on. I meant how much do you matter 4K 5K so far? Zero. Literally zero. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's zero. Okay. Let me first think. If I take this knight He's gonna take my pawn, but then he's going to have full control over this. But if he wanted though, like this was empty, right? If he wanted to go here, regardless, he was gonna go. But he didn't want to go here because he didn't want me to take this. Bro, this bishop is really threatening me, man. Your bishop protects the pawn next to the king, so you're safe for now. Yeah, I'm safe for now though. But what if I take this, right? If I take that, he's just gonna take here, isn't it? Or he might take with the queen though. I knew he wanted to take with the queen. And I must say we are in some trouble. But wait, the trouble is not really troubling. Let me first think about it, right? What does he want to play here? Because he cannot play this, right? He cannot play this because I can just take the queen. And he cannot take this because I can just take. But he can take this bishop though. And I think that's his plan. But I'm just going to kill that plan by playing here. Right? You soon make it, gang. Don't worry. Yeah, for real, for real. Amen, man. Let me just take here. Let me see what he wants to do. I'm protecting my bishop and at the same time taking a pawn. I think he wants to like maybe play here and try to threaten my queen. Maybe. I think. I don't know. I have no idea, but I don't know what next he's gonna play. He might take the pawn, I'm gonna take. If he takes the bishop, I'm still gonna take though. So what's his concept? Because taking this is just gonna get him killed. I think I'm gonna checkmate this guy for real. This is like, this is a very, very annoying knight, bro. It's a very annoying knight. It's a very annoying knight, bro. Alright. Nice. Nice, bro. Nice. Oh my goodness. This knight just moved away. I think I'm gonna cook this guy now. So let me first threaten the checkmate. Let me see if he's going to like react to it. Alright. Let me see if he's going to react to the checkmate. I'm threatening checkmate. He didn't. And somebody's just cooked. Somebody's literally cooked, bro. Hey, Money Heist was good, bro. Shit. So is this guy not cooked? I think he's mated, right? Should I text him? Should I tell him why, bro? Let's be toxic. Why, bro? I think let's be toxic. Let's just see. Let's just see what he was. I'm cooking, yo. I'm definitely cooking, but I'm overcooking. Cause this guy is not serious. I knew it. I knew it. Like he said, don't know. Dude said, can you guys see what he said? He said, I don't know. I literally threatened checkmate. Uh, threatened mate, and you fell for it. Somebody said the next GM. Nah. I don't want to be a grandmaster. That's a lot of weight on my shoulder, dog. I can be a programmer, a music producer, a songwriter, computer scientist. What's his name? Well, either way though, we can finish him on G. We can finish him on G. I think it's G2. We can finish him on G2 and Queen E1. One of the two, but we want to finish him on G2 really, cause yeah, do it, bro. All right. It's cool though. It's cool. mm, so this is what I like from like playing chess, man. Playing chess just makes you like it just makes you feel good. Like when you made somebody like this is like crazy. Let's play the last game. Let's see. Let's see what we are gonna cook, bro. How do we just get blocked, man? I think we are gonna play another game. I hate block, man. I hate playing again like with block. So let's just go with like pure defense. I'm gonna go with pure defense. I have like zero wins against pure defense. I mean, not against while playing pure defense. But let's just see. As you can see, we are playing pure defense. Okay. Now this is funny. She wants to take here. It is too early, bro. Like it's too early for you to take. Because you're just gonna lose. He's gonna push his pawn and I'm gonna take that pawn. My brother is from India. Okay, good. Let's just go up. W filthy. Yes. W gang, bro. Hey man, join the Discord up there. If you're a programmer, join the Discord. If you're a music producer, join the Discord. If you're a chess player, join the goddamn Discord. You feel me? Let's get it. I'm just gonna I don't know what the hell this guy is playing. He's just like he has a funny pawn structure, like a whole pawn structure. It's like a pawn storm. What is this dude trying to play actually? If you're a living organism, join the Discord. Facts. And I think this guy has some crazy pawn storm that is like trying to inflict pain this side. Mm, but I don't really care, bro. Should I fianchetto this? No, what's the point of fianchettoing when it's like so many pawns storming us? If I just fianchetto right now, I'll have to just return my stuff back. So, I really don't want to do that. I'm just gonna play here. Maybe hold on. The person doesn't want to like. I'm just gonna push these pawns though. Let me just push this pawn. Let me also storm him. Let me see what he's gonna play. Okay, that is fine. If I go here right now, he's just gonna take my pawn, right? So first, let's go here, and then we push there. Okay, let's see. I don't really care if I go here. I'm gonna take, and he's gonna try to take with the queen. So that being said, I'm gonna push this one more, and then I'll put my stuff here. I'll put my rook right here. Oh my god, and he's castling on the side of the pawn storm. Hey, this guy's gonna die. Jesus. Let's go here first. Because he has two attackers. Should I push now? Or I just push this? Let me just push this. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to overcook this guy. God, I'm going to cook this guy. I'm going to cook this guy. I can already see it, bro. I can see. Hold on. He's now trying to do his own pawn storm, but it's too late, brother. You wasted so much time just building your unnecessary attack. You built your unnecessary attack that didn't make sense to begin with. So let me just push here. You should take, and I cook these two pawns. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 and expose your queen. Oh my god. Okay. You don't want to get your queen exposed. That doesn't matter, bro. It is too late now for you to back down, dog. We are doing a pawn storm today. So that means this one is now unprotected, right? Yes. So I'm just gonna push here so that he can now have some trouble. If he pushes here, it's going to be annoying though. If he doesn't take, he's gonna annoy me. Yes. So that said, I think it is safe to now just come back down here. Oh, Oh my god, I thought this was like a free. I thought this was like a free bishop, but it's not. Let me just come back down. Yeah, I'm gonna push the queen right here, and I'm gonna take this, and no, I'm not gonna take this pawn. God, if I take this pawn, I'll be cooked. Mm. It's time to move my knight though. I'm gonna push this so he can take. No, I think I need to first put my rook here and then push this, right? Or even if I push without the rook, he's gonna take and I'm just gonna take back. Nice. Nice plan, bro. But I don't want the queen to be on the same line as the bishop though. Alright, he wants to, bro, he's going to risk it for a goddamn pawn. This guy is dull. I'm gonna push. Chase him away. This guy has some ugly looking pawn structure. I'm just gonna take, bro. I don't really care. He has to just take here though, because he has nowhere to go, right? He can go back here though. But he has to take if okay, he doesn't want to take. Look how exposed the queen is, bro. Yes. It's our time to shine. What can I do here now? Wait, he might just like take it to the queen, right? And I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. Okay, what if I check first here? See what's gonna happen. He might defend with the knight. If he goes here, oh my god, he put this guy literally wanna put his queen on the same line as what? Ah, this guy's cooked. I'm gonna cook this guy. What can I play now? What can I play? I don't want him to take this pawn. So I'm just gonna push this pawn right here. Yes. And before you know it, we're going to cook. Yeah, pushing doesn't make sense, bro. I'm just gonna go here. Well, I can take with the rook, so I'm good. Mm, I'm just gonna play here. I'm just gonna go here. Let's see what is gonna play next. Mm. Wait, the guy is still a pawn up, right? He's still a pawn up. That's the problem. You are a trade join the Discord. Yo, it's 1 a.m. in India. See you later. Jesus Christ. I didn't even see that coming. Hold on. Okay, he's trying to protect that, but really, do I care about that? I don't really care about that, bro. If you take this pawn, I'm gonna cook you for good. So, I think it's time to just remove my knight, right? Where can I go the knight? I can hop in here and where else? Oh my god, this guy put his queen on the same line. Oh Lord, help this guy. Help this guy. If he takes here, he's cooked. If this guy takes this pawn, he's dry. He is cooked. He saw it, bruh. He saw it. And dude is like, I don't want that smoke. Dude said, I don't want smoke. And also we are going to like get some back rank mate if we're not serious. So to avoid that, I'm just gonna go here and also just leave this like rooks talking to each other. I think let's leave the rooks talking to each other. Well, I think we are winning though. I really feel like I really feel like we are winning. I like the way he just put his queen like on the same line as this. Um, what's it name? That was gonna be a crazy discount. He keeps running away with his queen, with his king though. I don't know what he's trying to play. Okay. Let's see. Wait. Okay, he's not. I cannot check him, but I think I can play here and then take. I take back. and that's it, isn't it? I take back. Um, but I want to I want to create a discovered check on his queen. So, um, oh yeah, obviously I cannot take his. Wait, I can actually take though. I'm just gonna play this here. So he has to remove this bishop away from here. If he takes my bishop, I cook him with this. And then I just come back down here. Mm, nice. Nice, bro. We got this guy. We got him. We got him, bro. Let me eat my banana in peace. Wait, what did he take? Should I really worry about what he took? Because he's gonna remove his queen from here, and I'm just gonna win this bishop. Hmm. That's tough. Discover check on the queen. Discover check on the queen. And he has to choose now what he wants to play. We are cooking. Queen, choose. Please pick one. Which one do you want to save? You might lose all of them though. Because I really don't care about that bishop. This bishop is dead. I'm just gonna take this one that's stressing me here. I want the big fish, bro. Mm. Yo, dude didn't even care, bro. So let me start by just taking this. That is just close to me here. And yeah, he has to run away. He instead took the pawn. Now I have another discovered check on here. Oh goodness. Oh my god, this guy is cooked. Mm-mm. 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 This guy has to resign, bro. Because I'm going to right now go and pin. I'm going to pin this queen to the king. And I have protection here. So this has to take. And I'm just gonna cook the queen. Mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm overcooking, bro. I don't want to take now the knight anymore. I don't want to take the knight. I think he will see it though. I think he will see what I'm trying to target. Mm-mm. 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 This guy is cooked. Alright. He thought that's what I was attacking, but little does he know I want to pin something. Little does he know I want to pin something and it's cooked. Mm-mm. 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 The queen is GG's. GG's. Oh my god. Resign, resign. This guy's gonna resign right now. Mm. Wait, that's not the point. I really don't care. You can have my stuff. I don't care about it. Should I take his knight? Should I be greedy and take his knight? No, I want to pin the knight to the queen and cook the knight. Bro, I'm so today I'm cooking, bro. I'm overcooking today. So I'm going to pin this knight to the queen. I mean to the king, and then push this pawn and take with the pawn instead. Wow, wow, bro. Mm-mm. We are overcooking today. Well, he cannot like back rank mate here. He cannot because I have some loft. Mm. Instead, he played some random move. I don't know what the hell this move is supposed to do. But brother, this is pinned. He might try to like just go here, maybe. Bro, wait. What's going on here? He just took the pawn, right? You know what? This guy is actually cooking though. This guy is actually cooking. So, I have to choose, right? Whether to give my queen or to take my bishop. He can take my bishop. I really don't care, bro. At this point, oh, I can protect my bishop though, so no worries. He's gonna take it with check, but I can just cook him again. So look, would you look at that? He's trying to target this. He doesn't know what he just did. I think brother is gonna resign. I think brother is gonna resign. I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm gonna play here check, right? Hey, he has to remove. I'm gonna take this. If he takes, I just take back. I think he saw it. He literally saw what I wanted to do. Okay, my time is running out. You're right, bro. And this guy's gonna start flagging me left, right, center. I just wanna go here. I think I'll queen again, right? I think I can just queen again. So if he plays here check, I can just go up, right? Isn't it? Let's go up. That's a very unnecessary check. And now I'm going to cook him. Now I don't even want this anymore. Whatever he plays, I'm gonna cook him. Or he might play here, right? And then I'll be in trouble. But no, not really. This guy wants to flag me, bro. Oh my god, I don't have time, bro. I might lose on time. I need to like make plans real quick. How do I checkmate this guy? So the king cannot come down here. And oh, I have this protected. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take this. And he has to take, like he literally has to take. Yes, and I'm gonna take. So now I'm still winning. This is covered. This is covered. So I'm gonna just play here first check. Let's see what he's gonna play next. Okay. Let me first take this first. I don't know what I'm doing, bro. My time is going. Alright, let me just protect my beautiful. Oh wow, wow, wow. I didn't even see that coming, bro. Oh my god, I didn't see that coming. Oh my god, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that. Okay, let me just take here. It's fine. Let's just go on queen, bro. Let's just go on queen. I'm gonna check here first. And goddamn, let me just first queen, bro. I don't have time. I don't have time, bro. Okay. I don't know what this guy is playing, bro. God. Oh my god. Let me first queen. He has to take. Okay. Now we have 13 minutes. Oh my god. I have check here, right? Let's. Oh, Jesus, I don't have time. Oh my god, I don't have time. I should have played checkmate there. Oh god, I don't have time. Oh, oh, oh god, I checkmated him. How? Oh my god. Yo, look at look at the time. What are the chances? Yo, yo, nah, bro. What are the chances, bro? This is actually insane. This is actually insane, bro. Like, what? Bro, I was literally shaking. Like, serious. Serious, I did this. You see, this was checkmate from here. This was mate from here. This was like mate. This was mate in one. I missed mate in one because I was dumb. I didn't know that this bishop was here. So this was just mate. But like, oh god. I didn't see that. So yeah, we started going under pressure. Hold on, bro. I like this though. This was like the cookiest we've cooked. Alright, I took here. He went. Why did he go down? That was stupid for him to go down. Ah, this is the mate. Yes. Obviously, because he can take here because I have the king protecting it. Very nice. Very, very nice. And he cannot come here though, because the king is protecting this as well. Wow. This is actually tough. So the only way to go, there's no way though, because he cannot come here. I have the knight. He cannot go here with the queen. He cannot go here. So all the boxes for his king is cooked. God. That was crazy, bro. This is my record. I think I have like 0.1 win, but it's fine. It's fine. So I think that's gonna do it for today's stream, my boys. We've really like held it down. We've grinded our way through everything. Thank you guys for the support and especially my boy FBI, bro. Like, what can I do for you, brother? What can I do for you, bro? You're a real one. So let's go.